tonight is Teacher Appreciation Night. Just like coaches.
Welcome to Plymouth Panther Football 2019, Plymouth Community Television TV 14, coming to you as our Plymouth Panthers are playing at Campbell Sport against the Cougars. Scott Richards, Kevin Rortfed here on the mic, Kurt Zulp on the camera, and Gary Kaiser in reserve. So, Kevin,
Scott,
what do you think?
well, I think it's going to be, well, if you looked at the records of each team, Campbell Sport comes in tonight's game at a 1-win, 3-loss team. Our Panthers come in at a 3-1 overall record. Plymouth is 3-0 in conference, or 2-0 in conference play. And Campbell Sport won their first game the other night, or last week Friday, against Ripon, and they beat Ripon 20-19.
Yeah, and the week that Plymouth played Ripon, they were down 10-7 at half, but came back, just dominated the second half. I thought last week against Berlin, who was rated 8th in the state in Division III, that Plymouth played one of the best games they've played in a while. Offensively, they just clicked. Defensively, they were very, very solid. And so if you look at it on paper, Plymouth is an odds-on favorite. By the same token, you don't play it on paper, you play it on the field. Campbell Sport has always been pretty fundamentally sound, always been pretty tough kids. They've just been overmatched against the Panthers. So Gossi to kick off, Campbell Sport to receive. My guess is that the Panthers won the toss and deferred. And Gossi's kicks have generally been down inside the 10. And they are again at the 7. Campbell Sport bringing it up the field. When you go to, when you don't, we got, I don't know, that's an interesting call. I saw somebody, I don't know if it was a hole or was a shot to the head, but anyway, Campbell Sport's right now sitting at about the 20. So 1st and 10, Cougars.
Cougars come out in offense, led by a number 11 Drake Fleshman, who this year is 24 for 67 with 146 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. Their top rusher is Dylan Urban, who has got 333 yards in 64 carries. So those are their 2 top offensive players.
So a block in the back takes the Cougars back to the 10. So 1st and 10 from the 10, fullback dive up the middle. Good yardage, great run.
Almost 10 yards, Scott.
Wow, a great yard. We get a chance, Kevin, if you can pick up the defense. I know they introduced the offense for the Panthers.
Yep, we can do that. That rush was by Dylan Urban. So it's 2nd and 1.
Back in the day, we would call that an off-tackle belly play, right?
Yep.
Coach Rortfed, right. First play was simple, straight dive, maybe a little trap, didn't see a guard pull. That time off-tackle dive. When you run at an angle, you've got to get some great blocks because you got more shots by the linemen and you don't have your shoulders square. So 3rd and 2 for the Cougars early in the ball game.
Evan Ludwig with the tackle there and Sam Sutter. There could be a jump on the offense.
Well, I'm guessing they were supposed to go on sound, and the center didn't snap it on sound.
Plymouth's patented 3-5 defense. We have 65, Evan Ludwig. Number 87, 87, Ben Olson at middle linebacker. Number 84, John Tomey at defensive D-back.
So starting out, Cougars pick up 9 on first, and they've gone backward since. Motion, toss, sweep.
Good play by the Panther defense.
So the play that got them 9 yards, Kevin, they didn't go back to it. I know when you watch the NFL.
It was
Mason Helmer? Mason.
Mentink or Meerdink. Punting for Campbell Sport.
Back deep.
Number 31, Cody Klotz.
Back deep for the Panthers, Aiden Riley and Cooper Gossi. No matter what, the Panthers are going to get good.
Block kick.
Out of bounds, out of the end line, safety. Safety, so the Panthers go up. 9:51 to go at the start of the game, 2-0. Campbellsport will kick off from their 20. They can choose to punt it or kick it.
Scott, I didn't catch who made that block.
No,
It looked like somebody from the interior.
yeah, we didn't get our instant replay working yet tonight. That's Kaiser's job. Yeah, I tell you, Campbellsport had that really nice run, and then they ran an off tackle and they ran a toss sweep, and they kept losing yardage, and then they got a punt blocked. Anytime you can have that happen with your everything other than solid special teams play is such gravy at any level of football. A block punt, a return, just fantastic. So basically what you do as the Plymouth Panthers, they will put their kickoff return team in. You know, they'll put in whether Campbellsport punts it or they kick it. If you've got a good kicker, you'll try to kick it. If your punter is better, you'll try to punt it. Nonetheless, nonetheless, we'd like to remind you of this ad. The only way this program is possible through sponsorship. The advertisers in this book make our TV 14 sponsor team called The Backers. It's important you read the ads, and it's important that we support our sponsors. So they're going to punt the football.
Gossi and Litke. Gossi takes the ball.
Brings it right up the middle. Right up the middle. So they're going to start inside the Campbellsport 40-yard line. Plymouth Community TV invites you to become a backer. Spread the word about your organization. For more information, contact Ginny, 933-3382, Scott, 889-1819, or the studio, 893-0006. Check out our website, PlymouthTV.org. Well, for Campbellsport, it was not an auspicious start.
Panthers coming offense, starting at their 37-yard line.
Booth in the shotgun. Riley in motion. Hand Agassi up the middle. Picks up about 7, Kevin.
Yep. Just on a simple dive play, or stretch play.
A good start for the Panthers. They got it at 8, so it'll be second in what I'd call a long 2 for the Panthers. Again, the offensive line is big. We'll call the offensive line in just a second. Booth will carry it up the middle, and he's going to pick up not only a first, almost broke it, picks up about another 8-9 yards inside the 20. Starting on offense for the Panthers, number 8, Cooper Gossi at a tailback, 11, Cole Booth at quarterback, 15, Aiden Riley at one receiver, 62, Matt Tim in the line, 65, Evan Lodwig in the line, 67, Alonzo Spindler in the line, 71, Isaac Kraus in the line, 77, Austin Zeveld, 84, John Tomey at one split, 87, Ben Olson one tight end, and 88, Ben Knaus at the other. Hand it to Gossi again. And I'll tell you, that line is just dominating the line of scrimmage.
Cole Booth is a Panther quarterback. He leads the team in rushing and obviously passing. But this year he is 42 for 71, which is about a 59% completion ratio for about 560 yards, a couple touchdowns, or 6 touchdowns and no interceptions.
Booth up the middle. He gets down inside, right around the 2. Now you'll see an 87 in the backfield. Ben Olson, you talked about 2 tight ends, Olson and Knaus, 87 and 88. But Ben Olson is basically what they call an H-back. So he plays on the line, but more often than not, he's in the backfield. And Benny is good receiver, good blocker, 6'2", about 215, 220 pounds. So first and goal for the Panthers at the 2. They have shredded the Campbellsport defense so far.
Gossi didn't get there, 1 yard short.
A little off tackle for Cooper Gossi. Again, this all happened on a block punt. Campbellsport had 2nd and 1 at about the 19-yard line. Was 3rd and 3, and they just kept going backwards. So the Panthers knocking on the door with 7:34 to go in the first quarter. Booth right up the middle, hardly touched. Panthers score. 7:28 to go. The Panthers go up 8-0. The extra point will be coming. You wonder how it's 8-0 because they scored a safety when the punt was blocked. It went out the back of the end zone. It's a safety.
Kicking extra points for the Panthers will be Gossi. He's been pretty efficient all year long.
Booth to hold, Knaus to snap, Gossi to kick it. Yeah, he's been very good. That first game against Eisenhower, he was 3 for 3 kicking field goals. He's been really solid. And he is again. So the Panthers take a 9-0 lead. And while we can, we'll bring you a message from the Paddock Club, Lake Street in Elkhart Lake, located in downtown Elkhart. Chef Lynn Chisholm celebrates the bounty from local farmers using old world techniques, making artisanal, handmade pasta bread, house smoked meat sandwiches, and much more. Stop in Tuesdays for their special small plate menu that changes weekly. Gives you an opportunity to try multiple dishes at a very reasonable price. The Paddock Club is open Tuesday through Saturday. Dining served in the bar or dining room. Comfort food made with love for you and your family. The Paddock Club is open Sundays, Memorial Weekend through Labor Day weekend, so they're not open now on Sundays. Miller Belt, Hillendale Road, Plymouth, corner of 67 and PP. If you're serious about your lawn, get a lawn or garden tractor sold by someone who is dedicated to knowing their products. That's why more and more people are realizing the value in purchasing lawn equipment from Miller Belt. They offer test drives, financing plans, service tax, setup, and delivery. Visit Miller Belt and see the difference a Simplicity lawn care specialist makes the way to a beautiful lawn. Gossi with the boot, and that baby's going to go in the end zone. What a beautiful night for football, Kevin, huh? 70, 72 degrees. The sun is setting, and we're getting near the solstice. It's coming this weekend. It might be today. I can't remember.
Maybe a little warm to be a player, but as a spectator and an announcer,
as a guy standing with a breeze to our back, feels pretty good.
It does.
We were talking coming in. They're full, and they have a nice wrestling room up top. In today's football, with all the media, yeah, we go in the stands and do the best we can. Years ago, oh my goodness gracious, some of the film, not the TV stuff, but scouting film, you're standing on a telephone pole in a deer stand. So this isn't so bad. So wing T, wing right for the Campbell Sport Cougars. And they do have a split on the left. Actually, double wing on that one. And a fumbled snap. That's not going too far. Double wing split. Fumbled snap by the quarterback.
Fleshman did recover his own fumble there, but it looks like he lost the handle when he in the center quarterback exchange.
Well, two completely different looks. Campbell Sport's a running look. Now they split an end out. That was different from the first drive, but so they ran double wing. We'll see what they come out in now. Double wing, quarterback under center. Same thing, double wing, so wings tight, split on the left, back in the backfield.
Kind of reminds me of the old wing T.
It is definitely a product of the wing T. Run by the hill. Now that's similar to the play they ran early. So they pick up about 5-6 yards, about 6 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The carrier there was Dylan Urban, so he got 7 almost.
Yep.
And he's their leading rusher, and I believe he is a senior.
Same formation, double wing, single back, shotgun now. Panthers adjust their defensive line. Motion, quarterback, lefty, running, throwing it deep. He's open, and he's got it. Wow, what a nice throw by the Cougars. They are down inside Panther territory at the 30. I don't know what we're in, but I know that the safety could not get over there to make the play. We might have bit on that run fake a little bit. Very nice throw and catch by the Campbell Sport Cougars.
That was a 45-yard pass completion.
It was a beautiful throw. So the Campbell Sport are out from the shadow of their own goalpost. 1st and 10 inside Panther territory at, I think, the 30-yard line. Doubling split right this time. They do a lot of motion. That's an off tackle. And the Panthers stuff that one. We can't see who's tackling anybody. We're too far away.
Well, that and it was a whole, just about the whole defensive line for the Panthers that made the tackle. Urban made the run there and got a couple yards on that belly play again.
So the Cougars have a little life, trailing 9-0, 5:20 to go in the first quarter. Now they've gone up. They've got two splits: wing on a slot on the left, split on the right. Wing goes in motion, looking to throw again. Throws out. Ooh, they'd have made a little hay there. Threw the ball away from Fleischman. So that brings up third. Now, where they are, this is 4-down territory, I would guess. You know, the reality is they're inside the 30. They punt it and if it goes out the end zone, you pick up 8 yards. Double wing, split left. Well, quarterback's he's going to be close. If he doesn't have the first down, he's very, very, very close. That's a first down, Kev.
Fleischman took that. Wynn did go back to pass and decided that the run was his best option. Panther secondary really covered their people up well. They've got something going here, Scott. It's kind of surprising.
Well, they certainly do. And not only that, but there was no contain on the outside. Might have been the formation, might have been what Campbellsport ran. Nonetheless, they're inside the Panther 20. They're knocking on the door a little bit in red zone. Again, run up the middle. That was a trap. Left guard, Remember the old 34-buck trap. 34-buck trap. Now, they number it different now, though. Now they go odd on the right, even on the left. But we used to go 1 to 9, right? Right. That's a long time ago. No, actually not that long. We ran that still in the 90s. It changed a little bit in the 2000s. Nonetheless, second and a long 8 for the Cougars. Now, left-handed quarterback, he's not looking to pass this baby. He's looking to run, and we're going to get a hold, I think. Where that flag came in, I think an end block down, I think they got a hold.
Their outside wide receiver
right.
Made a hold on a D-back there. He had good yards.
Oh, he had a nice gain.
A pretty good open field tackle. Again, we can't see. We're 100 yards away from
And our eyes are a little older. So that's a
holding call.
Again, big play against the Cougars. But that was so wide open that we could see. The guy came in and just grabbed somebody. You know, but basically when you're a receiver out blocking in space, you just want to get in the way. You know, textbook blocks, we talk about the Badger receivers are such good blockers. Just get in somebody's way. Whoops, now they snap it backwards, and the Panthers recover it. Well, this is a comedy of errors for the Cougars. They've made some nice plays, but they can't sustain anything. So, 3:55 to go in the first quarter. The Panthers up 9-0. We'll get the ball. Plymouth Piggly Wiggly Eastern Avenue is your one-stop shop for all your party needs. Our deli department has a variety of subs, party trays, and homemade signature salads. Don't forget the fresh baked hard rolls. Remember to shop the pig and save. Go Panthers. JDL Automotive Detailing, 104 Western Avenue. Find your new ride at JDL Automotive, Sheboygan County's premier automotive budget center. The Panthers will come up under center. Booth Gossi again. This time you got
pass.
Looking deep, not there. Booth moving around. Looking over the middle. It's there. I think Gossi stole it from somebody.
Gossi, huh?
I think he scores. He stole it from somebody else. Gossi. Good job, Coop. I don't think it was going to him.
There was 3 receivers in the area. Aiden Riley and Gossi and 84.
Tommy.
They were all right there, and Gossi was kind of just ran up in between the two.
It's like playing in your backyard.
Yeah.
It was a great catch. Booth created some time, and that's complete. So Gossi to kick, Booth to hold, Knaus to snap it. 3:40 to go in the first quarter. Kick is up, kick is good. 16-0. Kevin, that was an interesting play, to say the least.
And that play was about 60 yards.
Oh, yeah.
I did see, going back to that fumble recovery, it was Mateo Choca.
Mateo Choca got the recovery.
Got
Great.
the recovery. So
Yep, Mateo's.
we surely want to mention him. He's really played pretty big. For
He
the
played
Panthers this
very
year.
well last. He played very. He didn't start the season, but he just kept working hard, and he's very very heady, as we'd say, heady ball player. Plymouth Furniture, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth, is located on Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. They have over 40 mattress styles on display from Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns and Foster. Plymouth Furniture has the largest selection of furniture and mattresses in the area, with an amazing selection of sofas, recliners, lift chairs, lodge furniture, dining room furniture, custom-made Amish furniture, and bedroom furniture. They carry quality brands like FlexSteel, Southern Motion, Best, and Ashley. Make sure to visit the back of Plymouth Furniture, where you'll find the largest furniture clearance center with great deals and mattresses and furnace. And you can even talk to Gary Kaiser's brother Paul for all your furniture needs.
Wow. Cossey with the kick. 3:40 left in the first quarter, and Panthers are up 16-0.
So they pick it up at about the 8. Again, the best thing on I think you're going to get another hold.
We're going to get a hold, or we're going to get maybe a face mask. I don't know. I didn't see.
I thought he had him. I thought he just had him. He had him around the waist. They're going to talk it over, and we should find out relatively soon. Tell us what's cooking now, fellas. Oh, it's against the Panthers. You're right, Kev. Not sure what it is, unless he might call the face mask up around. I thought the hands were down low. That's a biggie. That's a
15-yarder.
As Briggsy would say, that's an industrial strength penalty. So the Cougars will have the ball 1st and 10 at their own 30. The wind is at our back, so as you're looking at the camera, it's blowing across the field, and it's not a heavy wind at all. I tell you, number 34 for Campbell Sport, he hits the hole. He's tough.
Yeah, that's Dylan Urbine.
Pick,
5 there.
Picked up a good, solid 5. He's quick. He's squat. He's built low to the ground, but he hits the hole. He goes pretty well. Mason Helmer on the tackle. Mason Helmer's really kind of on the last couple weeks as well, playing tough football. 2nd and 5. Urbine with the ball again. That time the Panthers are tough with it. Mason Helmer again, number 33 in on the tackle. I'll tell you, Mason Helmer again he's worked hard to get where he's at. He's up to about 6 foot, about 180, maybe a little bit bigger than that. But he seems to have a nose for the ball. Moves around at a linebacker spot. So 3rd and 4. Now they've usually run a fake left-handed quarterback. Fleischman's a nice-sized kid, about 6'2". They're going to try to get to the outside with a sweep, and missed tackle. Broke a couple tackles, 1st down. I think they're going to mark it a little short. This might be a measurement.
Riley had a real clean look at him for him there, and
4th down. They're bringing 2 people in. Either it's a couple more blockers. You know the situation for them. They're down 16-0 already. This might even be where you sneak it. Try to. It's less than a yard by a lot.
Going.
Panthers are up tight on the line. Dive. I believe he's got it. He got over the 30-yard line. If he did, it's a 1st down. 1st down, Cougars. Got up to the line of scrimmage and just snapped it quickly. So 1st and 10, Campbellsport. They've moved the ball, Kevin. They've shot themselves in the foot numerous times already early in the football game. So 1st and 10, Campbellsport at their own, just past their own 40-yard line. Split, double slot. Good
Fleshman
block.
To 21.
Good block that time by the receiver.
To Nick Fleischman.
Tell you, Fleshman throws a pretty nice ball.
Yeah, he does.
Got nice form, throws it pretty well. So another first down for Campbell Sport. Fleischman, 6'3", 185. That's good size for a high school quarterback.
I would assume they're brothers. His brother's only a sophomore, so that was a good play by that sophomore.
Fleischman's going to keep it. He escapes one tackle, but doesn't escape the next one. John told me up to make the stop with some help. A little bit of help from Mason Brill Meerdink. Mason
Connery too.
Yep, Mason Brill Meerdink seeing a little more time tonight. Mason only a sophomore. I just saw him in the hallway. I was up at school, and he's grown about 3 inches in the last year, I think. Oh, the Cougars will let the clock run out, Kevin. So, end of one. The Panthers lead the Cougars 16-0. Papa Murphy's, North Highland Avenue, next to Family Video in Plymouth. Also, Calumet Square, the shopping center. Papa Murphy's Pizza is made fresh right before your eyes before you take it home and bake it in your oven, so it's always piping hot when you want it. Papa Murphy's, we make it, you bake it. Visit us at one of our 2 Sheboygan County locations, Plymouth and Sheboygan North. Napa Auto Parts, 107 Clover Lane in Plymouth, also in Random Lake, Sheboygan, and Sheboygan Falls. Stop in at your locally owned Napa Parts store located on Clover Lane in Plymouth for all your auto parts needs. Additional stores located in Random Lake, Sheboygan, and Sheboygan Falls. 20/20 Vision's doctors Sharon Roberts and Brad Wickland carry a great selection of eyewear for the entire family. Oakley, Ray-Ban, Marc Jacobs, Nike, and Maui Jim are just some of the brands you will find. Discover why 20/20 Visions was rated Sheboygan County's best of the best in eye care selection. They are always accepting new patients, so call 893-EYES to schedule your appointment or bring in a current prescription to get your glasses ordered. So, Kevin, about what you expected for the first quarter?
Yeah, overall, the Cougars have moved the ball against the Panthers, but they've fumbled a couple times.
Bad penalties.
Turned it over, bad penalties.
But they're inside Panther territory again. Second and about 8. Fleischman looking to throw. Going deep. That. Whoa, whoa.
Riley back on defense.
Well, that bag, he thought he had a pick and he misjudged it. And if 36 catches that, I don't think he would have scored. I think he might have gone down, but that would have been a huge gain. That was one that could have been, I thought Riley was in good position, but the ball carried and he misjudged it. And almost doesn't count. So it's 3rd and long. At the 43, I don't see Campbell Sport unless you pick up a big gain here going for it on 4th down, but you never know the situation they're in. They're going to load the right side. Nice play.
Number 3.
Sam Shutter.
Sam Shutter for the Panthers.
Got all that 6'2", 6'3" frame up there to knock it down.
Looks like he's playing with a cast on his arm. Did he break his arm?
You know, I haven't heard that. He's got something going on there. I saw him this week. It didn't indicate that. Might just be a brace of some kind. Nonetheless, Campbell Sport 4th and 8. They're going for it.
Could be one of those fake punts here.
Yeah, or they drop the quarterback back and he can kick it or he can throw it and he's going to pooch it. And it ain't going to go very far.
Peter, leave it go.
See, Riley did a good job. If that guy doesn't hold the ball down, if he just touches it, you can pick it up and run. If you fumble it, you still retain the ball. So the Panthers will take over. 11:39 to go in the second quarter. Again, Scott Richards, Kevin Rortfit, Kurt Zulp, and Gary Kaiser coming to you from the stands in Campbellsport, Wisconsin on a beautiful, beautiful night. looking at the clouds. I hope there are clouds that stay away or are just a few clouds.
Yeah.
So Booth will come up in the shotgun formation. Gossi and
Olson.
Olson in the backfield. Tomey, 84 at the bottom of the screen. Riley, I believe, 15 at the top. Gossi in motion. Booth going to carry the ball, makes a cut. Going to pick up. Almost 8 yards.
Just to hit that standard stretch play that they run.
Yep.
You know, it's just a keeper off tackle, and the Panthers have been running that play all fall. And
seems to me that second half against Ripon, they decided Booth's going to carry the ball more. He's a good they have real good athletes on this team. They said, you know, you're going to have to stop him. He's a dual threat quarterback, no question about it. You're not going to take it out of Gossi's hands. But Booth has done well when he totes the pigskin.
Fly sweep here.
Fly sweep. That was a really, really nice run.
By Lichtke.
Yep. One thing Lichtke has is speed. He's got good speed.
Jet sweep for 12 yards.
You know, the Panthers' offensive line is, by high school standards, big. Zeveld's 300. Lodwig's about 270. Spindler's about 260. Kraus about 215. And they're only juniors. Booth on the carry, makes the cut. What do you think of the way Booth runs, Kevin?
I think he's a good runner. I mean, if he would be a great tailback, I think, if the Panthers needed one, you know, but they need a quarterback. He does the job.
He's very patient. Kind of lets his linemen do their blocks, sees a cut, cuts it, and once he cuts it, it's north-south.
Yeah. He doesn't waste any time dancing around. He'll make a cut, he'll go.
Oh, boy, Campbell Sport, there's a reason we're picking up 7-8 yards. Their defensive backs, linebackers are really off the ball. Booth looking. Oh, good throw on a slant.
Right through Riley's hands.
Right through his hands. That's where Booth threw the ball, and he threw it well there, right? That slant, or what we'd call a skinny post, was right there. Could have been completed, but it'll leave us at a 3rd and a long 3.
Aiden looks a little off tonight. There's a defensive play in there. The ball was thrown right in his hands.
That's a good throw. Well, you know, it's hard, but different fields, there's such different lighting. I mean, Plymouth has real good lighting. This isn't bad, but you can get little different angles once in a while, but still was a great throw. Gossi in motion. Oh, that's a good play by Campbell Sport. Well defense by the Campbell Sport Cougars. So Panthers are going to be 4th and 4, 4th and 6. Now Booth is the punter. So you aren't making a lot of changes if you bring the punt team in. Now here again, they may huddle up, and Booth may start in shotgun and then back up a little bit, and that's what we're going to do. Campbell Sport doesn't really drop anybody deep at all. And now Booth drops back, and they'll drop the safety back. Good snap. He throws it out. I think that's Riley on the outside, first down. Not only that, he's got some. He's still running. Oh, he runs over a couple. Wow, what a nice toss and run by Cole Booth to Aiden Riley. They didn't have it. Nobody covered him.
Yeah.
What a nice play. You know, that's you never know what Booth is going to do. So the Panthers, little bit of trickery there, and it worked.
46 yards.
Yeah, great play. Ball in the 16, so they're on the Campbell Sport 16. It'll be under 9 minutes when they snap it in. Up 16-0. Booth cuts up the middle, picks up close to 10 yards. Again, that's where we're situated in the stands. We're at about the 25-yard line on the other side of the field. So it's a little bit hard for us to see exactly what's going on. 2nd and less than 1. Now at about the Campbell Sports 7.
You know, Booth does have almost 400 yards. He's got 400 yards now this year rushing. So he
just scored a touchdown. Well, at
He was
least
a little bit closer than what we thought he was.
yeah. Well, it said 7 on the scoreboard, so I went by them. But yeah, so that's another TD for Cole Booth. Panthers up. 8 minutes to go. 8:22. 22-0 with Gossi coming on for the kick. Again, very little wind. If anything, it's from our side of the field to the other side of the field. Snap is
Going
good.
east to west.
Whoop. It's good. So 23-0 with 8:22 to go. The Panthers will kick off. Plymouth Plumbing and Heating, PP and Pleasant View Road offers a wide variety of services, including faucet repair, radon mitigation, drain cleaning. They feature a large range of products from water heaters and softeners to boilers, disposals, handle a full line of Kohler products, and they're also a Kohler showroom. It's a great place to gather ideas for the new kitchen, bath, or laundry. Visit their website. Don't forget, like them on Facebook. State Farm Insurance and Financial Services, Jim Schultz is your agent. Football fans know some things just go together. Quarterbacks and receivers, face paint and super fans, game days and tailgates. State Farm agent Jim Schultz knows another winning combination, home and auto. Jim and his team are here to help life go right. When you combine your home and auto insurance, which saves you time and money, get your home and auto on the same team and score some savings. Call State Farm agent Jim Schultz today at 893-9668. Gossi to kick her off.
McCarty and Fleshman back for the kick. It'll be Fleshman.
And Fleischman is brought down at about the 30. I don't think that was by design. I think he just missed it. Dave Fleischman's a nice athlete. He does some very, very good things for Campbell Sport. So, the defense has bent a little bit, but they haven't broken, and the offense has done well through a quarter and a third. So, Campbell Sport, 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Trap, big hole.
There's where the Panthers have a little bit of work to do. Urban has really had his way a little bit. Second,
10 yards.
yep, second and about 1, just shy of the 40-yard line. Again, he's low to the ground. He's quick. His first step is quick, and he makes some good cuts in the hole. They're kind of wigwagging plays here and here a little bit. Well, now they give him a first down. Well, okay. That time Irvine didn't have a whole lot of space as the Panthers stiffen up tight in the middle. We call it the A gap between the center and guard.
Tackle there by Riley, coming up from his safety spot.
People don't realize how they play Aiden Riley because of the athlete he is. He plays almost like the Packers.
Flex linebacker.
Yeah,
Really.
he really is. Well, he's 6'2", 185 pounds, and he's got good speed and he's got good instincts. So you'll see Lidke deep more in what we would call the free safety. Oh, what a hit! Let's see a number. Olsen. No, 57. I think that's Lonzo Spindler. Wow, Wyatt Smurs. 57, Wyatt Smurs. Yep, great play, Wyatt
He really
Smurs.
fought off his block really nice there, and he flowed right to the ball carrier. And
Textbook hit. Lower the shoulder. Don't get your helmet into him. Wrap him up. Great play, Wyatt Smurs. The Panthers have been rotating a lot of kids. It's hard to pick up the numbers where we are, but when we can, whoop, and got another. And then he gets knocked down pretty hard. You know, if he catches that, the kid went a slant, he's open, but again, another blunder. Now they're going to kick the football. You're going to see Gossi going deep, probably single deep. 6:34 to go. The Panthers are going to get the ball back again. Panthers will get the ball in the second half to start the second half.
Dylan Holmuth punting.
Nice kick. Deep. Again, that's up in the air a long ways. Gossi fair catch. That was above the lights. That was a good job by Gossi.
About 37 yards.
Yeah, that was a nice high school kick. Racers Hall and Charcoal Grill offers many entertainment opportunities for a fun day or evening out. Watch your favorite game or race on TV. Enjoy the outdoors, playing horseshoes, garden tractor pulls, or taking in a view on one of their decks. During winter, they have multiple games inside, beanbag, pool league, etc. Banquet hall is available for weddings, parties, fundraisers, and business meetings. They have daily drink specials and a full menu including appetizers, sandwiches, open-faced ribeye, fish fries, roasted chicken. Business hours Tuesday to Sunday, 11 to bar close. Restaurant 11 to 9. Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 5. Racers Hall, great food and fun is what they're all about. Booth on the carry again, makes a cut, up the middle, about 3-yard gain.
Pretty good play there by number 2.
I think you're going to start seeing Gossi getting the ball more. Booth has carried it quite a bit, and they're really keying on him now. Anything where you'd little pitch, anything in the playbook just to get Gossi out in space a little bit.
Scott, I got a Brewer update.
Yes.
3-0 Brewers.
Excellent.
At the top of 2, so the Brewers must have scored 3 runs right away.
That's good to hear. And the Cubs lost today, so when you watch this TV broadcast, it'll be a little late, but for us, it's fun.
Yes.
Lots going on. If you're a Wisconsin fan, I mean, we're pretty lucky. Whether it's the Packers, the Badgers, the Bucks, the Brewers, just a lot of fun. And then all the other college teams we have in the various sports in the state. Gossi up the middle, picks up the first down, so 5:22 to go. The Panthers at their own 32, 1st and 10.
4 yards for Gossi there and a first down.
Now, other than that big pass that Gossi stole from his own teammates, Panthers no huddle. Oh, we got interference. Interference on the Cougars. Gossi going for the ball, and the kid ran through Gossi. If he goes up and just goes for the ball, it's not interference, but he just ran through him. You can't do that. So in high school, it's a 15-yard penalty. That'll be a first down for the Panthers.
I think that foul was on Lucas Gerbach.
Okay. So Panthers moves them all the way up to their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10. 5 minutes and 10 seconds to go in the first quarter as the clock stops on the penalty.
Yeah, in high school football, it's 10 yards from the spot.
Yep. It's I tell you, Campbellsport's definitely in a bend but no break. If you look how deep their linebackers. Now their first step may be towards the line of scrimmage. Booth makes a cut inside, picks up good yardage. They're almost giving you 3 to 4 yards. No huddle for the Panthers, getting things going up tempo a little bit. We got injury time, injury stop of play, not necessarily timeout, just a stop of play.
Panthers in their eagle spread here. 4 wideouts.
And Olsen, the tight end, back behind Booth, he's blocking. Get it to Gossi on the outside, makes a cut. Inside the 45. Bring up 3rd and short for the Panthers. Tell you, they're kind of running through the whole playbook. They haven't run anything what we'd call a trick play yet, but they've run a lot of stuff.
3rd and 2.5.
I think inside the 45, it's two downs for the Panthers to pick up 3.
Wouldn't surprise me to see the off tackle here. Well, this time it's a little.
Maybe the Gossi. They were loaded up on the right side, and they just plowed away and gave Gossi a big space to run. So the Panthers into Cougar territory. 1st and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line of the Cougars. 4 minutes to go. Panthers up 23-0.
Guard pulled there.
Yep.
Led the way for Gossi and big yards.
Nope, we got a stoppage. Cougars are going to take a timeout. And while Camel Sport takes a timeout, Meyer Motors in Plymouth is your source for new or quality pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and minivans, and they now offer emissions testing. Meyer Motors has been doing business right here in Plymouth since 1926, are proud to be part of the Plymouth community. Visit them online at gomeyermotors.com or feel free to stop through and meet our friendly and very knowledgeable staff. If you value selection, price, and service, you'll always find great value at Meyer Motors in Plymouth. Waldo State Bank celebrating an anniversary again this year. 119 Depot Street in beautiful downtown Waldo. Local, independent like you. Waldo State Bank serving the community since 1913. WaldoStateBank.com, member FDIC. Four Seasons Comfort LLC, quality service with your comfort in mind. Four Seasons Comfort is located at 426B Factory Street in Plymouth and can be reached at 893-8900. Four Seasons Comfort handles Bright and Mitsubishi ductless heating and cooling systems. Give Jeremy Linsmeyer and Mike Pelzel a call at Four Seasons Comfort.
Back to pass, Booth. Oh.
We're going to have another. We're going to have another interference. The receiver was tackled as he came across.
Yeah, you could kind of tell maybe Booth was throwing to a spot there. The receiver didn't get to that spot because of the
he pretty much got tackled. They've made a lot of mistakes. It's really hurting them. They're not. You take away. I mean, Plymouth, man for man, is a better team. But if you take away their mistakes, it's much different football game. On the other end, they made them.
Yeah, Panthers first and 10 from the 16.
Okay, directs Booth on a carry right up the middle, picks up about 4 or 5 yards.
They run that play almost in three different positions. They go a little bit outside, more between the guard tackle position left and guard tackle on the right-hand side. And in that time, he went straight up the middle. He just fouled Olsen right up the middle. Olsen made a block.
Well,
and, got 6.
He picked up 6, and Camel Sport takes another timeout. Plymouth Glass, 402 East Main Street. Kitty Corner from the Plymouth Library is a family-run business honored to serve the people of our community. At Plymouth Glass, we offer a wide variety of services, including standard and custom shower enclosures, aluminum storefront windows and doors, safety glass, glass tabletops, thermal pane replacement, plastics, cabinet glass with many patterns to choose from, plus much more. Stop in at Plymouth Glass. We're ready to handle all your glass needs. PJ Campbell's at the Depot Road in Plymouth. Looking for a great dining experience when visiting historic downtown Plymouth? Then PJ Campbell, the Depot, is the place for you. Serving authentic German dishes with an American twist. Located along the original 1859 railroad right-of-way just 2 blocks from downtown. In 2011, Pat and Judy Campbell revived the original Depot, built in 1912. Bar opens at 4, dining room at 5. Friday night specials include a unique fish fry. Check out PJ Campbell's at the Depot. Went deep and successfully the Panthers throw it to the end zone. Booth on the score. Lots of time by his line.
Aiden Riley.
Nice throw, nice catch. That was a real nice throw.
Aiden was right on the back line, and he just jumped up and took the ball.
The only guy who could catch it was Riley. It was thrown over the top of the Camel Sport Cougars. So the Panthers up now 29. Extra point. Gossi. Hold from Booth. Snap from Canales. That didn't look so good. In fact, it looked bad. He missed one.
That could be his first misses.
I think it looked like he sort of rushed it. His last kickoff wasn't the normal Cooper Gossi kickoff we see. Nonetheless, 3:28 to go in the first half, and the Panthers lead the Campbell Sport Cougars 29-0. Grits Auto Service, 740 Western Avenue on the west side of Plymouth, is a full-service domestic and import repair facility offering fast, affordable, and reliable towing and repairs. We offer a clean and comfortable waiting area with Wi-Fi available and a play area for the kiddies. Check us out for your next repair. Call them at 893-5024.
Scott, I was looking over the crowd tonight. It's a pretty good crowd. I mean,
Not bad.
The Panther faithful have followed the Panthers all year long, and they've between the parent section and the student section, they're a pretty good crowd here for.
The Panthers do travel well. There's a lot going on. Next week is homecoming week. The Panthers will host the Kewaskum Indians for homecoming. Goss bounces one a little bit again. Nonetheless, the Panthers cover it well at about the 25-yard line. Yeah, it's now just take one at a time. The whole key is the playoffs are determined by your conference record. So it's conference wins that count. The Panthers are doing well in the conference, beating Ripon and beating what was at that time the number 7 rated team in the state, Berlin. They beat them handily. So you want to win this one tonight, one more, and you're in the playoffs for sure. Kewaskum's fine. They're a good team. The Panthers are playing well.
Winneconne has got 3 wins, just like the Panthers.
Yep, they do.
And they're 4-0.
Good play by the Panther D. Strung out nicely. Riley and... Well, they're fixing the jersey of the other guy that made the tackle, so I can't tell who it is. Tommy and Riley.
Yeah, Tommy and Riley.
Gain of maybe 1. Now the Panthers have 3 timeouts left. Campbell Sports down to 1. They used 2 on that last drive by Plymouth.
Maybe see that rollout pass here, Scott.
They're going to have to do something to loosen her up a little bit. Yeah. That's picked by...
And it looks like Riley.
He read that extremely well.
Well, that's going to cost Coach Canales football at the end of the year for the awards.
I can't tell if that was Riley or if that was Lidke.
I thought it
was a single digit. I can't. Who are they congratulating? I can't see. Or it might be Gossi, because I don't know. Gossi and Goop and Booth were just high-fiving. It might have been Coop. Again, we're a little bit limited here, but that's okay. Nonetheless, the Panthers.
That's a better kick. And that brings our score to 36-0 Panthers.
And that is significant because?
In second half, it's running clock. Once we get over 35 points, the score spread is over 35 points. It goes to running clock, and we might get to go home early.
Well, and it's the clock only stops on a timeout or a change of possession or the quarter. No out of bounds, no drop passes, no nothing. It's they call it a mercy rule, and that's what it's designed to do. And the Panthers have never been a team that rubs it in. I mean, we just haven't been that way. But you're going to put it when you put out the kids on the field, though. Your second unit, you want them to play. They've earned it. You don't pull the reins in because you're up, because you want your second group to work. But
normal and Coach Knaus's thinking there. He brings his first team out the first series of the second half, either if it's defense or offense, and let them go. And then usually he starts subbing with linemen and on the defensive side and the offensive side.
Yeah, he does, and he does it a few at a time, so everybody gets an opportunity. When you see the team at home, there's more players dressed. It's simply a logistic thing. Only so many can travel, and so at home, anybody in the JV varsity can dress up, and maybe they get in the game a little bit. But on the road, you can only travel. I don't know the exact number, but it's more limited. Nonetheless, 2:35 to go. Campbell Sport now has the ball at their own 20. Gossi kicked it, line shot into the end zone.
That time he got that one, got a whole fumble. Quarterback picks it back up again. I think he's dropped the ball 4 times now.
I think, yeah. And it's hard to run an offense when you don't get the snap. Yeah, and you don't see teams going under center as much as they did. The game has changed. I mean, I don't want to go back. We're celebrating my 50th class reunion this next week, and the way things were then. It's just completely different game now.
Phil Miller with the tackle there, number 40. He's in the game now for the Panthers.
Again, you're going to see more kids that have earned some time to get a little bit on the field a little bit more. So 3rd and 7 or 3rd and 8, I don't know that you'll see the Panthers take their timeouts now. You might. Mateo Troco.
With the tackle there. He's playing that outside linebacker spot on the left side here. He's done a really good job.
He plays it with great savvy. That's the way what I've seen from him.
Now he switches to the wide side.
Delay game. That's got to be 5 penalties anyway. A blocked punt, a pick 6, a couple of fumbles.
And they take a timeout.
So while they take a timeout, we'll read an ad from Bank First Eastern Avenue. If you watch our broadcast, Bank First has a watermark up in the screen. At Bank First, you'll discover what community banking is all about. Local people making local decisions to help make banking easy. Our ties to the Plymouth area are strong, and we are fully committed to our community. Visit us today and discover what makes Bank First an easy choice for all your financial needs. Advanced Eye Care, Mill Street in downtown Plymouth at the stop and go light of Stafford and Mill. Doctors Tim and Cheryl Ziegler and staff can provide for all your eye health needs, whether it's vision or eye health testing, a new pair of glasses from their wide selection of frames, or contact lenses under their guaranteed contact lens success program. Advanced Eye Care does it all. Most insurance plans and Medicare are accepted. Advanced Eye Care, leading the way in total vision wellness. AdvancedEyeCarePlymouth.com. So as Campbellsport comes out, the Panthers 3rd and 7, 1:13 to go. Again, the Panthers have 3 timeouts. If Campbellsport doesn't do much here, Panthers, it's up to the coaches to take those timeouts and try to mow down the field again. Already up by a score of 36-0.
Wing formation.
Throwing it deep, Tomey in coverage. Oh, not caught. Great coverage, almost a great catch. I'll tell you, Fleischman just threw that baby how many yards, Kev?
Fleischman almost made that catch, actually.
Yep.
Tomey had covered it well to the inside, and just at the last second, 21 got his hands on it.
Yep.
And almost made that.
Yeah, 1:06 to go in the quarter, in the first half, actually. He threw that thing 45, 50 yards in the air. You got Riley back, single safety now. Snap is good. Kick off to the right. If he can get it on the bounce, yeah. No, he lets it go. Good. What a great bounce. So the Panthers, 54 seconds to go, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Again, they have 3 timeouts if they want to use them.
57-yard kick.
Yep, great kick.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Gran comes out with here with 54 seconds left.
I can see them just because they get the ball to start second half. They won't. I can't see them taking any big chances. If they break one, if they break a 20, 30-yard run here somewhere.
Get it close to midfield, maybe take a shot then.
Again, so you're up 36-0. It's the first half. You keep playing. It's as simple as that.
He's got 2 wideouts here.
Gussie around the outside. He's going to break it. See, there you go. Now you just picked up to the 35-yard line.
He went out of bounds.
And he went out of bounds, stops the clock. Coming into this.
That wasn't Gussie either.
Wasn't it? Was that? Oh, Nearing. Nearing is. Oh, every time Mark Nearing comes in, he does a nice job. You got a great backup tailback in Mark Nearing.
Yeah, he's not that big of a kid,
but he's quick.
He gets yards every single time I've seen him carry the ball. Here he's got it again.
Makes some nice cuts.
And gets almost 8.
Yep, they're going to let the clock run. They could have called a timeout there, and they're not going to do that. They won't. They may let it run out, or they may not.
Is it 25 seconds, Scott?
I think they.
They're
When the ball goes down, it's 40. So Panthers are going to take it in to halftime, leading the Campbell Sport Cougars by a score of 36-0. We'll be back for the second half from Campbell Sport High School. Welcome back to Plymouth Community Television TV 14 and Plymouth Panther Football 2019, where the Plymouth Panthers have traveled to the Campbell Sport Cougars and lead Campbell Sport at half by a score of 36-0. Scott Richards, Kevin Rortfett, Kurt Salp, and Gary Kaiser. Kevin, got some stats from the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, Panthers had 122 yards passing. Cole Booth was 5 for 6. Touchdown passes to Gossie, Cooper, and to Aiden Riley. And for rushing, the Panthers were 19 carries for 120 yards, with Booth getting 11 carries and 68 yards rushing. For Campbell Sport, they had 19 carries for 55. Passing was 2 for 8 for 58 yards. But Campbell Sport really hurt themselves, Scott. With numerous penalties. They fumbled the ball 3 times. I think they finally fumbled the ball 5 times and lost 3 of them.
Well, and they pick 6. They've shown some ability. The quarterback, Fleischman, throws a nice ball. Unfortunately, he threw it to us for a pick 6 on one of them. Kick with Litke deep. Kick is going to go. And
out of bounds.
We rest our case.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, everything that they again, I've always had great respect for the Campbell Sport players and coaches. I've played against them. I've coached against them. They just are making a lot of mistakes. And against a team like Plymouth, you can't do it. So our advantage, no question. But I don't feel sorry for them. But you just look at it and say they're not that far from being able to correct a few of those things and be pretty competitive.
So the Panthers will get the ball on the 35-yard line. And Scott, I would suspect the first team offense will come out here in the first series of downs, move the ball.
And that's kind of you.
Score, we may start seeing reserves.
Yeah, we can't see any numbers, so we could see.
And it is a new quarterback, number 7. I think that is.
You had Kellen Mella. Mella.
Off tackle.
Number 7.
Sure it is. Kellen Mella, only a sophomore.
So the Panthers right away come out with their second string.
So now our challenge will be seeing who it is with the numbers.
We got Mella, and then we got Nearing next to him. Nearing with the ball here.
Wait, Nearing is quick.
Gets outside, and there's a flag. I'm guessing we're going to get a hold.
Way over on Phil Miller. Way over on the other end. That's a long way, unless he tackled him while the guy's running away. That's the only thing I can think that happened.
And that's hard to see. I mean, the back judge makes that call from the other side.
Way on the other side of the field. He must have just tackled him.
So it goes back to second down. It'll be second down and 10.5.
And 2 nice gains. One of them wiped out by a holding penalty. Boy, a little bit of a floating snap. Mella trying to get outside. Gets outside. Makes a cut. He's going to pick up more than a couple. Way to finish the run. Kellen Mella gets up to about the 45. So I think it's going to be 3rd and 3 or 4. Certainly a manageable down and distance. Again, we have a running clock, so unless it's a timeout or a timeout, change possession, or the quarter, the clock keeps running, and it will
So-
keep running.
That was a nice game. I mean,
He was.
just went off tackle.
Yep.
And actually snuck out to the outside here and gives us a 3rd and 2, which is real manageable.
Naring is caught, picked up. He got close.
Not sure if he got there or not.
It's
but,
about
it was
fourth
Naring.
and 1, well, from what I could see. Again, it's hard for us to get all the numbers. We're going to try to pick them up as we can, and it'll be sporadic. 44, Jeb Needus into the ball game. Tight end, 6'7", 108-pound sophomore. You see a lot of sophomores and juniors.
We'll try to get those numbers for you when we can here.
Oh, he got the first down. Boy, that good mark for the Panthers. Nearing on another high snap. There's been a few little leaky snaps so far. 52 for the Panthers. Josh Coley in the offensive line. Already gave you 44, Needus.
52, Josh Coley.
Second and long 4. I was going to keep it. Gets outside. Going to get very close. Another first down for the Panthers.
And it is.
28, Bryce First into the ball game. I'm going to bet
with a 5-yard carry.
I'm going to bet that's Russell First's son. If I had to make a guess on that one. Our angle where we're sitting and the fact that it's orange on white, which is not very, very bright, is what makes it tough for us.
And not only that, we're old and
That part of that too, yeah. 14, Jack Steinert into the ball game at the flank at the bottom of the screen. Quick out from
Pass.
Mella. Great
Good
cut.
move. Good move. Nice cut.
So 2nd and 5 for the Panthers. Laka's moving right along. No stop on the first down either with the 36-0 lead. Panthers second again, long 4 inside Campbellsport territory at about the 38. Snap a little bit high again. Good carry by Nearing.
Nearing falling forward there for about 3. Going to leave us a 3rd down and about 2.
76, Chance Miller in the offensive line. I know it's not a number I've called. So 3rd and a long 1 for Plymouth. Colin Kurtz at the bottom of the screen has a split out. Another high snap.
Well, I knew that was going to happen.
There have been a lot of them. Those are.
It's been high every time almost.
No, this is a chance to get kids to play under the lights. You can practice it and practice and practice it. It's just different when you're under the lights. It's just a little bit different. The nerves are a little tighter. The ball seems a little slipperier. So 4th and 8 for the Panthers. They moved the ball pretty well. One short pass for about a 6-yard gain. Other than that, they moved it on the ground.
Kurt's wide out here, nearest to us.
Well, their safety's at almost 20 yards. Now he moves up. Another high
Blitz
snap.
from the outside here. Look out.
So after some nice yardage, the Panthers will turn it over on downs. I'll tell you what, right now they're going to have whoever's snapping the ball is going to go over and work on its snaps. And again, where you're going to learn is getting out on the field. So it's not something you berate them for. Just say, let's work on this and let's correct it. So Campbellsport takes over inside Panther territory at the 49-yard line. Now they got a lot of guys on the field, but I don't think they're a real deep team. So they're going to pretty much go with their number ones against what I think will be some different Panthers on the defensive side of the ball.
Number 40 with the carry. Ethan Coleman.
See Nearing's in that linebacker. 45, Ryan Fredrickson is in at a linebacker.
44.
14, Stannard at a D-back. We've seen Jack in with the first group a little bit during the year.
Number 32 for the Panthers. Oh, that's a good play by the defensive lineman there. He stood his offensive blocker up and made the tackle too.
Number 19, Logan Copping, who's played off and on again with the number ones.
First down and 6.
55, Ben Robinson, sophomore defensive end. So 3rd and about 7 for Cougars. I think that's 4 downs for the Cougars.
Pitch to the outside.
Well played, well played,
great
well
play.
played.
45 with the tackle. Ryan Fredrickson.
I think it was. 4th down, the quarterback comes over, he's getting a play. They're gonna bring a punt team
I
out.
think they're going to punt here.
Now, they're bringing different players out. We'll see what happens. Now, generally, you don't switch your special teams up, though. You just don't. During the week, you just don't. You may put a different returner back once in a while, but you're usually going to go with the same group. You just don't have time during the week anymore to do all that.
Number 36, Helmuth with the kick. He's punted the ball pretty well tonight.
And there's catch it on the bounce
Block.
and pick up a couple yards. Well, yeah. Now, to me, that's what we call a late whistle. Nonetheless, the Panthers will take over. Car buying doesn't have to be a hassle at Van Horn's. It's as easy as click the button. Van Horn now has 10 dealerships located throughout Wisconsin with an inventory of over 3,000 vehicles, all makes and brands. Everything you can ask for, including a great selection of trucks. Shop online at vanhornauto.com. Find a car from any location, and Van Horn is happy to deliver it locally. Van Horn, family born, employee owned.
So Scott Panthers take over 1st and 10 on the 15-yard line. And with this running clock, there's only 2:45 left.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So-
It keeps on running. Again, it's a design not to have anybody rub it in. I think, again, you'll see the ball on the ground a lot. Well, snap was decidedly better that time. Huberty, a destination for innovation and inspiration for our clients, employees, and communities. In an environment where clients demand more than just traditional accounting services from their CPA, Huberty's mission is to be the most sought-after firm in our core areas of accounting analysis, strategy, and planning. We begin by learning about your unique needs to find a perfect mix of services. Whatever phase of life or business, Huberty has a team of experts to help. HubertyCPAs.com, 892-2423.
42 to carry for the Panthers. 43. Ian Struve.
Brought down by number 60, Kyle Murphy.
So the Panthers 3rd and 7.
Struve's a sophomore, 6 foot. 170.
Again, it's nice to see those kids getting some time on the field under the lights on a Friday night. It is always going to help them and pay off down the road. Just a bit outside. Now, again, normally that would stop the clock. It does not right now. So, again, the punt team will come on the field, and you do not see different players on these teams. Unless somebody's hurt, you just don't have time to do it.
Well, brings the regular punt team in, though. I would assume it's
Yep.
Booth going to punt here.
Yes, it is. Boy, their return guy's about 50 yards back.
Yeah, I don't know. From what I've seen this year, I don't think Cole's
He's a good
punt.
punter, but that's a boomer. Now he's got to come up about quite a bit.
Get the ball.
There, Panthers got it, so Camel Sport will take over. American Senior Benefits, Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann, Eastern Avenue. If you are retiring and eligible for Medicare, turning 65, or just curious to find out if your plan is the right one for you, American Senior Benefits is there to help. Ryan Riley and Kristen Heidemann are experienced in providing personalized service to explain and guide you through the Medicare process and provide you through a free needs analysis with options available at the lowest cost for the best coverage. Call Ryan 207-0731, Kristen 207-8037 to set up an appointment in your home or in their office. American Senior Benefits, they're there to help. Well,
And
Kevin,
that's the end of the third quarter.
it does go quickly. It's basically
Each team gets
15
a
minutes or
position.
12 minutes, excuse me. Francis Chiropractic Clinic, where your health is your wealth. Doctors Dan and Jean Francis and staff believe that chiropractic care offers a complete wellness approach by taking a genuine interest in your overall well-being to help you be at the top of your game and maintain a healthy lifestyle. This includes holistic and homeopathic treatments such as nutritional counseling, physical and massage therapy, supplements and therapeutic formulas, as well as exercise equipment and orthotics. Francis Chiropractic partnered with most major insurance companies as well as Medicare and Medicaid. Join them on Facebook and check out their website, francischiroclinic.com. And as always, we want to thank you for all of your sponsorship.
Yeah, thanks to the sponsors that sponsor this telecast. Without them, we wouldn't be here having all the fun we do.
Now, there may be people saying, well, find a little more talent, but we're where we are.
Yeah. You see, there's a whole host of different players here for Campbell Sport, too. They got a new quarterback, number 16, I think it is, or 15, I'm sorry. And he is a freshman, Mitchell McCarty, I think it is. And Mitchell is a 6'2", 165 freshman. So Campbell Sports made changes too, and their offense. You can see that's a whole new offensive line. The backfield is different also. Whoops! The quarterback turns the wrong way. It looks like.
Somebody went the wrong way.
Sam Roth in the backfield, number 20 for Campbell Sport. And just like that, we have Drake Fleshman back into the lineup at quarterback. So 3rd and long, my assumption is going to pass, and he doesn't. They run off tackle.
Panthers defense very, very, very tough. Again, you got a bunch of different kids, which is what you want to see. I mean, you've got a 36-0 lead at half. You get some kids on the field. They work hard in practice. We're almost, well, not quite, but closing in on 2 months in. We started in August 4th or 6th, and we're late September. So it's nice to get the kids a chance, and also you save the troops a little bit. And they stop him, Kev.
Well, they didn't get it.
Number 4, Ethan Coleman, carries for a gain of 4.
So the Panthers offense will take over as the defense holds ground.
54-64 for the Panthers. Also in at defensive tackle.
Yep. We'll read a few names here. Paddock Club, Lake Street and Elkhart Lake. Miller and Belton Incorporated, Hildendale Road, Highway 67 and PP. The Plymouth, Piggly Wiggly, Eastern Avenue. JDL Automotive and Detailing. As the Panthers, under Kellen Mella's direction, come up. 1st and 10, their own 32. 9 minutes, just over 9 minutes to go in the ball game. Mella hesitates. Yeah, it's a good job, Kellen Mella. Hesitates and runs hard. Picked his spots a little bit.
Gain of 8.
Plymouth Furniture, Eastern Avenue in Plymouth. Gain of 8, and he really was patient. We talked about that with Booth. You got to let your linemen do their job. And some people will tell you it's hard to even coach that. You're sort of born with it a little bit.
He seems to be a pretty good athlete.
Well, he's a good athlete. He gets that from his mother, without question. Not even close. Hand off. Nice job. Hand off to number 13 for the Panthers, Mateo Troca. So Mateo gets to carry the ball, doesn't have to just tackle people. Papa Murphy's Pizza, Highland Avenue in Plymouth, right next to the Family Video. Napa Auto Parts in Plymouth on Clover Lane. So 1st and 10. The Panthers, this offense has moved the ball a little bit.
Another big yards. 7 or 8.
Number 43, Ian Struve. Well, second and 4, gain of 6 by Ian Struve. Good push by that offensive line. They came off the ball really, really, really well. It's nice to see. Pretty work much better. The snaps are better. Everything just looks a little bit better.
Struve again.
Oh boy, quick feet through the line, huh?
It's almost 10. First down for the Panthers.
2020 Visions, Dr. Sharon Roberts and Brad Wickland, Carr Road on the east side of Plymouth. Plymouth Plumbing and Heating, County PP. See Jack Delger and the boys get a fine job by Plymouth Plumbing and Heating, or PPH. State Farm Insurance and Financial Services, Jim Schultz, your agent. Panthers come up 1st and 10 at the Campbell Sport 40. Another nice cut. You're sort of seeing a JV team out on the field for the Panthers right now. A little different. Back in the day, it was freshman and JV on Thursday, varsity on Friday, but with numbers having gone down, they'll play what we call a varsity reserve on Monday nights. So the kids, they get the weekend to rest a little bit, and then they play Monday, and then they get a couple more days because they have to
Friday night again.
Yeah, they have to fill in on a Friday night, and that's pretty. It's pretty much statewide now. Struve with the ball. Nice cut again. Very nice cut, Ian Struve. Racers, Hall and Charcoal Grill, County Road C, just east of Plymouth. Meyer Motors, 107 Plaza Lane for all your automotive needs. Waldo State Bank and beautiful downtown Waldo.
Scott brings up 3rd and 4 for the Panthers, and Struve's carried the ball 4 times in a row.
I think they're just going to keep running it. They're going to keep running the ball. Mellis, Struve nearing once in a while.
One more time. There should be a first down for Plymouth.
And give that line, and again, we have a hard time seeing the numbers, but the line is just opening some nice holes for the Panther running backs. Four Seasons Comfort, LLC, quality service with your comfort in mind. Plymouth Glass, 402 East Main Street, kitty corner from the library. 1st and 10, Panthers down at the CBS 25-yard line. Nice drive so far, all on the ground by the Panthers. Little leakage in the backfield that time. Not a lot of room to run the football. PJ Campbell's at the depot. Great food, great service, great people. Grits Auto Service, 740 Western Avenue in Plymouth. Full service domestic and import repair facility. Bank First, 2700 Eastern Avenue. Look at the watermark on your screen.
Lost the one there, so it's 2nd and 11. The Nearing. And there he goes. He broke through, and he's gone.
I'll tell you what, he's a nice runner. You know, you get in these situations. It is. And you get in these situations. It's tough. It's tough because you want to give all your kids a chance. But so Nearing and the clock keeps running. 42-0 Panthers. With Van Stackar, 300 East Mill Street as Gossi comes out to attempt the extra point. Van Horn Auto Group, VHCars.com.
Well, and that's nice for that young man.
He's a good player.
Touchdown as a senior. That's always something you'll never forget.
Nope. He does a nice job.
You're, a second team player in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, but
he can fill in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Huberty at the east side of Plymouth Eastern Avenue. American Senior Benefits, Ryan Riley, Kristen Heidemann. Francis Chiropractic Clinic, also on Eastern Avenue. Plymouth Community Education and Recreation offers fitness classes, aquatics, yoga. Soon they're starting the Walkers Club again. Steps Friday, kids and canines. That's dogs,
Yeah.
Plymouth Community Education. Check out their website and check out their flyer. It comes out a couple times a year. Again, we want to thank all of our
Scott,
sponsors.
that was a good job reading those ads tonight.
Well, my teeth got a little loose there. Other than that, I thought I did okay.
I got to tell you, the first time I did this, I did it with Mike Briggs, and and Mike Briggs read the ads, and we all love Mike, but sometimes.
No, we don't all love them. The best one, there's a couple of them, but the best one I remember is, and the punt comes off his foot. We just about fell out of the stance. What? Gossi to kick off.
And if I remember right, there was one that was 1st and 10 from the 51-yard line.
Another one? Another classic was, okay, they're down by 2. Do they go for the extra point to be down by 1 or go for 2 to tie late in the game? We used to scout, even back when you played the old Packerland Conference, you traveled 100 miles? Up to Sturgeon Bay, Southern Door, Kewanee, Algoma. That was, and we'd have to scout every other Friday night. You scouted because you couldn't film then. You couldn't film, but you could talk in a tape recorder. You'd try to drop the play quickly, and then Saturday morning I'd get up and write it down, and that's what the coaches did. And they looked at tendencies, they looked at plays. But he was
totally different today's world. They use Huddle.
They don't have to.
Video center, and
they don't have to.
Every high school team has it.
They don't have to send scouts.
Review.
Right, they don't have to send scouts. They can if they want, but they don't have to because you got games on Huddle. And it makes sense. But that's just the way the game has changed. People would try to hide a camera in their coat under their armpit to try to film games because you couldn't legally film them. Not that we did that. We did not. So 2nd and 8, 1:22, and this game is going to be in the rack, and the Panthers are going to go to 4-1, 43-0 at Campbell Sport. Completely dominated the game. There was a few nice plays by the Cougars, but just not enough to hang in there. Next week at Plymouth for homecoming against a good Kewaskum Indian team.
That'll be a good game.
It's always good, and homecoming brings in a big crowd. Plus, the 50th reunion of the class, the very awesome class of 1969.
Were you in that class?
Voted best class by the members of the class of 1969. Right. I was a member. They let me graduate. They pretty much wanted me out.
I think that'll be
should be the last play
of the game.
And we want to thank our Crackerjack cameraman, Kurt Zulp, and driver, our security, as well as technical support, Gary Kaiser, our man of many, many knowledgeable football things, Kevin Royfed, and myself, Scott Richards. And we're going to say good night as the Panthers walk out here with a 43-0 win. And good night.